Did you guys step on each other's feet? I would love to know the tea.
She was hyperventilating. I was mic'd up. You hear me say like, fuck really quietly. There was just like this one night I stopped by her house. She had like baked a cake. It's
Some
for my
kind
friend
of cold
too.
words like baked
No.
cake.
Where is your head? I'm so sorry.
Instagram was the way that we reconnected.
I posted a photo. She sent me a message about it.
Yeah,
and
she did.
that's-
I slid into his DMs.
Oh
on
my
there.
God.
Guilty.
Stressful? Excited.
Yeah,
You're
excited.
Did you drink before the dance?
This was our first time performing in front of people. We kept it a secret.
We would literally hang sheets in like pillowcases.
All the guests were hooting and hollering. Later on, I had heard the song by Leon Bridges, and I was like, I'm going to make that woman my wife. Yeah.
I have goosebumps. Stop it.
All right. Well, hi, guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
Thank you so much for being our first couple ever that we get to interview. And to do it on your very special day. Today is your anniversary. 1 year anniversary, correct?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for giving us your time on this special day. And are there any plans? Are you going to do anything special for your anniversary?
We actually got Cracker Barrel on the day that we got engaged.
I love that. They have the best biscuits. I tell them all the time.
Yeah. So we're planning to get that done tomorrow because that's the day we got engaged. And then yesterday we went to an Italian restaurant around town. But today this is our big event.
This right here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're very honored.
And thank you guys for having us. This is such an awesome opportunity, and we're so excited to be here.
We're excited to have you guys on because we know so many brides and grooms who have no idea what to expect, and their wedding dance is kind of like the least of their concern because there's just so much planning to do. So it's nice to have your opinions and just advice for future brides, because it's a big industry and no one really knows where to start from. So thank you for being here. But we do have some questions for you. One of them was, well, how long have you been married? But now we know how long you've been married. But I'm going to start with a big one. Is there anything you regret? Or if you can go back in time and change one thing about your wedding day, would there be anything? And if so, I would love to know the tea.
Our day was actually very minor hiccups, but you know how family is sometimes.
Of course.
So that's most of the issue. But I would say making sure you have like one of your wedding party ready with like a photo list. That was like, I feel like one of our biggest hiccups. Like right after getting married, like the photographer's there, they might have forgotten something. They're doing a lot, trying to work the event. And then just making sure they have like the list to get the photos done so you get out of the venue pretty quickly.
Right. So like with the bridesmaids and with the groomsmen, and they have like their list of like the funny moments they want to capture. That's a really good one actually. Like, did you guys have a photographer and videographer?
Yes, we had both. And for us in our families, we were both the first to get married in our families. So we didn't really know and expect necessarily everything that was going to happen. So that's a really good one, just to have, make sure everybody is just kind of aware and prepared for anything. Because, it's a wedding day. Something's bound to happen.
Wait, that's actually kind of crazy. You're the first in your families?
Yeah.
In our immediate family, yeah.
That's unreal. That's amazing. Like, how cool is it that you just started this massive tradition in your family?
Yeah.
The funny thing is that ours is also related to photography and videography. Actually, videography more specifically.
Yeah, we had a photographer and videographer. The photographer was great. The videographer, our wedding was 4 hours and our wedding video was 4 hours. So we had like if we could change one thing about our wedding, first of all, our wedding was, I could relive that day over and over again.
Yeah, it was perfection. Yeah.
But our videographer, bless him, was the worst by far. Like, I wish we can go back in time and like do our research, because I feel like nowadays, especially for social media as well, it's nice to have the snippets, but also for you, like just to have the most important parts of your wedding in a little snippet or like a little 1 minute, 2 minute video is so important. We have a 4 hour long video that looks like it was made in the 1980s.
Yeah, we got married in 2014, and I'm telling you, the editing, which is
We had like filters I've never seen before.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it looks like we got married in 1980 for sure.
So embarrassing. I couldn't even use it. I literally, in order to like do montages, I had to film our TV screen, like watching it back because it was on a DVD. So I had to film it on our TV and like do snippets on my own on Video Shop because we had no other way.
And his ladder that he used to video isn't all our photos.
Literally.
No.
You know the ladders sometimes they have like to capture everything? Every single photo we have is with him and his ladder. We were mortified. Like honestly, if we can go back in time, that was the one thing. Like get yourselves a good photographer, get yourselves a good videographer, and hopefully like someone who's
Our photos are banging though.
modernized a little bit.
Photos came out great. Our photographer was on point.
I mean, that's about it.
Yeah, I will admit, for us, we really lucked out. Our photos came out great, and our videographer, I mean, she gave us a highlight reel.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it was epic. It was so cool. And she had like one of those like gyro cameras that she's getting action shots. So honestly, a lot of pieces of our dance made it into that highlight video.
That's awesome.
And yeah, we got like all of our dances, all of our speeches, like, you know, all like 3 to 5 minute, like some miscellaneous.
Not 4 hours.
Not 4 hours. No.
All right. Is it true that, like you said, a lot of those dance pieces, you know, ended up being in your like short reel, right?
Yeah.
Is it true or not? From what I notice is because it's in the middle of the dance and you're like moving, everything comes out like very natural and organic, no? Like the emotion, the movement, the photos come out, you know, like you're not posing. It doesn't look like a prom photo, you know, it looks more like an action thing, an action shot.
I completely agree. Yeah. With how much we practiced and whatnot, it was like, cause you can't pose or like, you can make the dance look better, but at the end of the day, like, we were high on life, like just got married. Like, I'm sure like this was our first time performing in front of people because we kept it a secret from like even family. Like this was the first time anyone had seen it.
We would sometimes we would practice in my porch area over at my parents' house, and we would literally hang sheets and like pillowcases on all the windows, so my parents wouldn't be able to see, my siblings wouldn't see, any family over wouldn't see. We were so serious about it.
And you can hear it in the audience's reaction. Like all the guests were like hooting and hollering.
Was it stressful?
Honestly,
I think we were anxious. Like we were prepared, but like obviously like nerves are still high. So I don't like a good stress.
Yeah.
Good. Excited.
Yeah,
You're
excited.
Did you drink before you danced?
No, we were both completely sober.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Afterwards, you're like, yep. Let's
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like we were so confident with our dance by the day of the wedding that it honestly was just like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Like I truly felt like when we were dancing, we could just kind of enjoy ourselves a little bit more rather than like be thinking in our head like, okay, this is the next step, this is the next step. Like we had that thing down by the day of the wedding, and I felt great in the moment.
So you're in the military.
Yes.
How was that? Like, how was it practicing together but not together?
It made it very challenging. So I ended up leaving the area for more training about 5 months before the wedding. We had been practicing for about 3 months before that. Yeah. So we had gotten like the dance down, and we were able to piece everything together because we did it in like sections on like a weekend and whatnot. But when I got back in May, like 3 weeks before the wedding, we were like, all right, unless like we want to embarrass ourselves, like we're going to practice every day. So we dedicated like an hour every day in May to practice and get it down. And that's kind of what sealed it for us. Like we had enough time on the front end to get it together.
So what would you say is like a good time period to get ready with your dance?
I definitely don't recommend people to wait 3 weeks before. I was fortunate to not be working during that 3 weeks just because I had time off. For people like working a 9 to 5 and whatnot, I would definitely say probably like half a year before, do it consistently, like on the weekends, and then like more often leading up to the wedding, and they should be good to go.
Did you guys do the custom or the DIY one?
We did the turnkey.
The turnkey.
Yes. We did that one, and we were honestly like very surprised because even though we had that big gap, like 5 months of not practicing physically together, we still, like, once we met back up in May, we pretty much remembered it all.
Yeah.
It was just kind of, like fine tuning and tweaking things, or like if maybe something felt awkward, so we'd go and rewatch the videos and see what you guys did. And we were able to, do it and figure it out.
I'm not gonna lie, he cries every time he watches our couples dance. So he probably
I'm like a proud dad, like I'm watching back and I'm like, because I can relate to the emotion, when you're in that moment. It's a special moment, and like you said, it's nerves, but it's good nerves, it's an excitement, right? It's like butterflies and everybody's watching. I don't know. It's just special. And then when I'm watching back, I'm like, I'm like definitely tearing up all the time. Yeah. And your song was Beyond?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And any reason why you chose that specific song?
I actually chose that song. Ooh. So we started dating in 2019. And kind of a little bit before that, there was this, like, it was like a weird time frame where we were like reconnecting, but like not really sure where it was going to go. And then there was just like this one night, I think I stopped by her house. She had like baked a cake and like offered me a piece, and she like gave it like she brought it outside with like a little fork and like gave me a piece for my friend
cold
too.
Words like baked cake?
No.
I just like to bake cakes for fun. I'll like bake and decorate a cake. Just
where is your head? I'm so sorry.
And it's 2025. I get it.
No innuendos here.
No.
Bake a cake literally means I was in the kitchen making a lemon cake.
Wait, that's cute.
And she set aside a slice for my friend too. And later on, I had heard the song by Leon Bridges, and I was like, I'm gonna make that woman my wife.
Yeah. I have goosebumps. Stop it.
Yeah. And I'm about to tear up.
Please
again.
stop.
Okay.
Please don't cry.
Right.
That's good. Wait, do you ever like pull out these moves at like other people's weddings, or like when you go to parties, do you just like casually take it out of your pocket, like, let me do a little dip, let me twirl her around?
Not yet. So our first wedding that we attended was actually our my sister-in-law, her sister.
Actually, it was my cousin in August.
Neither of them really had like a dance party.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really much like slow dancing and whatnot. So we haven't gotten to experience one of those weddings yet. We're excited for the day because, we will pull out the dips. And
you have
twirls.
a list.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
You're ready to go. You're like, you've been training for this for a year. You know what I mean?
Pretzel, rolling of the arm.
Promenade.
Code names. Dip. Turn and dip. Okay. Turn and dip.
Quick question for you guys. Have you learned anything about yourself or each other during the practice? Like maybe you discovered something new.
I feel like while we were practicing, I did learn that for dancing, at least for me, I had a very strong tendency to try and take charge.
Oh yeah.
I
hear you.
Yeah. So I definitely had to learn to, kind of like let him take the reins a little bit, lead me more. And I also learned about him that he's a very fast learner. He had no dance experience whatsoever. I mean, I would maybe take like a Zumba class or something, or like back in high school, I did like some theater where they, would teach you some dances. But other than that was my experience. He had nothing. And we started doing this, and he was like, I don't know if I'll be able to dance. I'm not sure. Pulled it right there and just nailed it. Was doing a fantastic job.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of our couples who we work with say that. Like for some reason the guys are just like, they just whip it out of nowhere. And the girls are like, what the heck? I've been doing this so many years of my life.
Yeah.
But they're super hesitant to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then once, were you hesitant to start?
Yeah. She wanted a wedding dance. And kind of once I got on board, we both decided that we didn't want like no shame
sway.
no shame
We
to
did
those
that.
couples.
It's totally
yeah,
fine.
like,
We're that couple.
Yeah.
We sway side to side.
yeah.
But ours, we were trying to be, what is it called?
The opposite of what we do every day.
Yes. I don't know, like, what is the word, like... Stubborn, renegade, no, what is the...
Like, basically, we didn't want to do what our family wanted us
Because
to do.
everybody was expecting us to do, like, a full-out dance, you know?
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what? You see us dance every day, all the time, so we're going to do the complete opposite. And but then the rest of the night is that we had all the guests that were, like, majority were dancers.
Like, competitive. I'm talking not like just Dancing with the Stars. I'm saying, like, competitive ballroom dancers who are whipping out, like, their cha-chas all night.
And we had a live band with amazing music and everything. Wow. So we basically had the whole night, the amount of dancing that we and them did together, you know, like on the floor. I think our guests who were waiting for our first dance to be a performance, they saw the performance for the next 3 hours. So I think they got what they wanted. Yeah.
Well, we get it. Like, the thing is, like, so many couples just stand there and rock back and forth. But sometimes when you have that surprise and your family does not know, I think it's cute that your family did not know.
Oh yeah. It was a showstopper. Like the 3 lifts, like it was amazing.
Yeah. And it's actually funny. My middle sister, she's actually getting married a year from now, and she saw our dance and she was like, I want to do that.
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
I'm going to do that. I just need to convince my fiance that this is what we're going to do. But yeah.
And you inspire people. That's amazing, you know?
Yeah, it was so much fun, honestly.
I have a very, very important question for you. Like, really, this is one of my major questions. Did you have time to eat at your wedding? Because we didn't. And we want to know what it feels like if you did.
So... For the dinner, yes. Like we were at the center of like kind of it was we were in like a dining room almost, and they had like a section cut out that was almost like a ballroom floor, but it was in like a U shape. And we were sat at the center of that, kind of by our fireplace. So we ate there, but in between like the wedding and that, it was hectic. We were supposed to have like a bridal cart come by while we were taking photos at the place our reception was, and somehow it got lost. They didn't know where we were. We had to like track it down.
Yeah,
and then
we
I'd
had
be so hangry.
We had 2 venues, or I'm sorry, we had 2 weddings at the venue. So it was us and another bride and groom getting married at the same place. So they had a ballroom, and then we had the restaurant area. And what had happened was our bridal cart was out inside, but it had their name next to it. So what had happened was I think someone forgot to switch our name.
So they got your food.
Well, that was the thing. They had already eaten. So they were gone. They were like, I think they were already in their reception. So there's just this cart here, but it had their name. So I think it was actually your dad that kind of took charge, or your cousin. And
yeah, it was one of my cousins. Like he was a huge help. He came up. He was like, "Do y'all need anything? Like I brought y'all some food," because they were at like a cocktail, the cocktail hour, and he brought us some food because he figured we hadn't eaten. And I was like, "I appreciate it. We're supposed to have this cart. Can you go find that, please?" Please. And yeah, he came back like 15 minutes later, and it was ready to go. So
to the rescue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be me. That would be me. Like I would, because we went to our friend's wedding in Mexico, and same thing. They need to take photos, and they cannot find a grandma. So I was the one who was running around the resort, rescuing the picture situation to make sure the grandma is there.
Yeah, we were looking everywhere for grandma. No, but yeah, that food, I feel like the food is the biggest part about the wedding, you know, and we didn't get a chance to eat at our wedding.
Food and music.
I was so pissed.
Yes.
Food
Music.
and music.
Did you guys have a band or a DJ?
We had a DJ, and it was the best decision we ever made.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was great. If you're in the Virginia Beach area, Corey Springer.
Shout out to Corey Springer.
He did a great job at our wedding. Everybody was moving. The party was bumping.
That's so fun. We never, brides also, couples don't know what to do for the wedding. I should stop saying brides because we're in 2025 and both people plan weddings now. But I feel like couples don't really know what to do when it comes to music. A lot of people don't have the experience with a DJ or band. And I feel like both are equally so great. And if you have a band, great. If you have a DJ, great. So we had like a band. We had a band.
We had a
didn't have a
band.
DJ.
The thing is that I feel like it's more, not even whether it's a band or a DJ, it's more about if you know that they're going to play the right
Yeah.
song for you and for your crowd. So we've experienced that band before during the like different celebrations in Brooklyn, birthdays, Danny's birthday, in the restaurant. So we've known them. We knew exactly like their repertoire, exactly what they're going to play. Plus we kind of told them like, oh, we like this direction and this direction. So they were on top of it. They knew exactly when to pick it up, when to bring it down, when to like wrap it up or whatever, you know? So it was, they were so on top of it that the party was going,
We
know,
also
like,
had a saxophone player who would like go in the middle of the dance floor with us and like dance with us and play.
And, like,
so it was really fun.
yeah.
That's really
That's
cool.
epic.
But I feel like I would love like to experience it just a DJ too. Like I think it's just like Basha said, it depends on your playlist. If you have a good playlist, you're good. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and he was really good in the sense that he had asked us like ahead of time, hey, like what kind of songs do you guys listen to? Is there anything you want? Like what is your do not playlist? Because you know a lot of people are really
that's
picky.
great.
Yeah.
Do not
I like
playlist.
that.
Yeah, and I had actually kind of started making a playlist probably about a year in advance, and so D'Angel was helping me kind of add some songs and tweak it. And so we gave him this list of songs. He saw it. And then he was able to even like throw other ones that matched the theme and the vibe. But like you guys were saying, he did a really great job at like seeing, okay, is it kind of getting a little slow out here? Maybe we need to amp it back up and, you know, feeling the crowd and seeing what people are liking or disliking.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
feel like it's hard when like people play slow dance songs back to back.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
kills the party, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to know. You need to feel the crowd. Yeah. What about like because you guys Puerto Rican, correct?
Yes.
D'Angel. And you said you're Japanese, Korean, and
Irish and Polish.
Irish and Polish. Yeah, that's a crazy.
It really is.
amazing.
Your
yeah.
kid's about to have some amazing genes.
Yeah. So like,
Thank
what
you.
is there like? You feel the music that you chose was somehow influenced by that, or no? Like because of your background, or no?
Yeah, absolutely. There was definitely some Hispanic drops in there.
Some bachata.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Merengue.
And then my family is from Hawaii, and so we had a couple like Hawaiian songs playing like during dinner and during that time before.
I love that. I love the multicultural stuff, like, and just like bringing that into a wedding. I think that's really important too. Like taking your backgrounds and just mushing them together. That's so cool. Is there one thing you would tell a bride, a future bride and groom about their wedding? Like, what is one piece of advice you would tell them while they're starting to plan their wedding? Like, where would you start?
Hire a wedding planner.
Yes.
Did you have one?
Yes, we did.
We did.
We
She was great. I could not imagine.
What was her name?
Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle.
See, we know what's up.
Yeah. Plan and pour events.
Yeah. My mom's a makeup artist, so she had a lot of connections, and she.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She
Yeah.
worked in the bridal industry, so she had a lot of connections and inside and out, and she was able to link us with Danielle. But I could not imagine. That was actually, so one of my friends got married right before me, and he was like, dude, if you do nothing else, get a wedding planner at least the day of. Like, so we actually did a lot of the planning, and she just tied it all together, made sure people were where they were supposed to be, made sure the timeline was kept. Like, I could not imagine like her like getting ready, like with all the emotions, like getting ready to walk down the aisle and having to time her own song. Like, could you imagine
Yeah.
like, okay, I have to walk now. Okay, this person has to walk now. Like, that's kind of where Danielle filled in the holes, and she
That's
was
amazing.
great. Yeah.
So she was planning the wedding, and she was the day of coordinator, correct?
Yeah,
Both.
so she, I believe it was 6 or 8 weeks before she kind of started, working with me about like specific details. But even when we first hired her, she was like, hey, if you need like vendor ideas or you need like help with anything, like you can always reach out to me, but there's just some detail work that we can wait a little bit to get later or as it gets closer to the wedding. But I mean, she contacted all of our vendors, like made sure everyone like was where they needed to be or knew where they needed to be. And especially
she built the schedule too, right?
Yes, she built like, especially, you know, for the girls, we get ready so early in the morning and we have to, you know,
you all just show up.
Yeah.
Don't you? Ugh,
you like went for a run before the wedding.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I have like a start time of 7 a.m. But yeah, so she made like our hair schedule, our makeup schedule, when we needed to leave, like when the photographer was going to show up, when we needed to be like at the church that we were getting married at. But yeah, I definitely agree. A wedding planner, especially if you're going to have even just like a medium to large wedding, because I feel like it's so overwhelming to find vendors. That was definitely, I feel like, the hardest thing because there's so many people out there.
And they have so many connections.
Exactly.
So they just pull them out of their pockets.
Yeah, and I had luck with his mother being a makeup artist because you know she had people. She knew what was.
That was probably some of the easiest for us was the planning aspect, just because of the connections.
Did she do your wedding makeup?
So she did not, but I completely understand.
She said, "I will not be working the day of my son's wedding."
You know what? I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to either.
Yeah. That's how we didn't want to dance in our wedding.
Exact same
We
thing.
get her.
Yeah. And I mean, because especially from her point of view, like she's doing the makeup all the time, but this was her one opportunity that she got to be the mother of the groom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but she did. I mean, she hooked us up with one of her great friends who I believe.
I think she trained her to do makeup.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and she did a phenomenal job.
That's great.
So yeah, we really lucked out with.
Did
all
you
her
have a
vendors.
maitre d'? Is that what it's called?
What is a
Maitre d'? It's like someone who, because we had like this woman who worked in the place where we got married, and she was pretty much like with the bride at the whole day, all day, whenever she needed her. So it's like one designated person, I guess kind of like a wedding planner, but she's like designated to like help the bride with whatever. So if I needed to fix my dress, she would hold my bouquet, she would hold this, if I ripped my dress, she would sew it up. She would like literally did everything. This woman was pure gold. Like she bustled
They make
me.
sure that you have, and we like, it's not something that we knew of or planned for, but the venue, right?
The venue we got married had it.
The venue provided it like as a part of the package with us being completely unaware. And then you look back, you're like, because again, for the pictures, right? They like with the bouquet, without the bouquet. Now do this, now go here. It needs to be bustled, not bustled. And she is on top of it.
That's literally her like.
Yeah, she's there around you 24/7. Like you just like look like you need something. She's right there. She's like, what do you need? You know, so we're like,
she's like such a pro.
Yeah.
That's like her. What is it called when you're just like, that's her specialty. Like she's so good at just that. You know, well, not just. Let's cut that out. She's good at that. See what I mean? But yeah, like we had that, and it was so helpful. But I guess when you're having a wedding planner, she kind of acts like that too, right? Like she's there to help you guys make sure you have water, make sure you're getting food, make sure you have the right pictures, make sure you do this. Like she's on top of you, you know, and not on top of you, but there for you whenever you need her, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's important.
I feel like it was kind of like a team effort. So we had my wedding planner, but then she also had an assistant that was helping her.
Okay,
and then on top of that, the venue that we got where our reception was, they had their own event coordinator that was kind of responsible for making sure that everything on the venue's end was going the way it needed to be.
Nice.
And then aside from that, I mean, my sisters were there bustling my dress. My mom was helping me. Our photographers did a fantastic job at coaching us of saying like, put your like bouquet here or how to kind of pose more naturally. So we didn't have one specific person, but I feel like those roles were definitely dispersed amongst our group of people. So I felt really good.
How do you guys feel about first looks? Like, did you guys have a first look or no? You just kind of met at the altar?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you off.
you're good.
But yeah, I actually was really adamant that I did not want to see him until I saw him at the altar. And in fact...
my bad. First time getting married. The morning of, my family was having like the brunch at our reception venue.
Right, because you didn't have to get ready.
Yeah, because I didn't have to get ready.
The luxury of time.
So I stopped by.
Full brunch.
I stopped by to see my family. On my dad's side, because they had flown in, and I was like, hey, like I'm downstairs, like if you want to come eat brunch with us real quick. And she was like, absolutely not, like we're getting married today, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I was like, my bad.
Just like one eyelash is here, one is like somewhere over there.
All the girls were all getting ready in our little like satin pajamas. I'm like sitting on the bed, and he texts me. I have like my hair curled but like makeup bare face, and I'm like eating like a sandwich, and I'm like, no.
Then a question for you. So no first look, right? So obviously you see each other for the first time at the altar, right? And the dress, right? So it's the first time you see each other. You see each other first of all in the tuxedo, I'm assuming, right? In the dress. So I want to know about that. And then, of course, as a dance teacher, I want to know. Obviously, you kept the dress a secret, correct?
Yes.
So then how were you practicing to prepare to dance in a dress, and how was that experience?
So like you said, like very excited for the wedding. So I teared up when I first saw her, but I had to lock in for the video and the photos. I actually let out a little curse when I started tearing up, like, oh man, pull it together.
Can we curse on here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can.
I was mic'd up too for the videographer,
Nice.
and so I think in certain parts of the video or like the edits that she made, you can hear me say like "fuck" really quietly while my eyes were tearing up, and then. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but I felt like she was hyperventilating when she got to the end of the aisle.
I totally was. So we did not see each other until, like the doors open. But our wedding planner, she actually had us, he was on one side of the door and I was on the other side of the door. And she was like, say you guys love each other. And so I got to at least hear his voice and hear him say like, I love you. And so I said it back. And so that kind of like calmed me down a little bit. And so they closed the doors. And actually one of the main things that I wanted for our wedding was I'm a cellist. And there's a song that classic cello song that was actually my first official song that I had learned when I started playing in college. And it's called The Swan. And I was like, as soon as I even heard it, like probably 2018, I was like, this is the song I'm going to walk down the aisle to, and I'm going to hire a harp to play with the cello. That was my one thing that I wanted. So I was like, ready, the doors close, and I just hear the song, and immediately I'm like feeling it. I'm feeling all the
and
feelings.
Like a swan, so like, and you like in a white dress floating.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they open the doors, and I have my dad next to me, and we start walking, and I just remember like seeing him at the end, and I just saw everybody who came to attend our wedding, and I was just so like overcome with emotion, and so I'm just like like trying not to cry because his mom and my makeup artist was like, we worked too hard for this makeup, you cannot cry it off. And I was like, I got it, I'll lock it in, like no problem. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like I'm like shaking, like trying not to cry.
It was also the longest aisle ever.
It was. It was a very long aisle.
I feel like that's why we did a first look, because I think both of us would have lost it. I mean, we still lost it.
We lost it both times.
But I think it broke the ice a little
bit
bit for us. It was kind of nice. We also did it with his, like, our bridal, his groomsmen and my bridal party. So they were standing on, like, separate sides, and we just, like, he was standing in the end of the aisle, and I was standing here, and we did, like, a nice first look. But that was for me more so to, like, breathe, because I would have been a mess. I was already a mess, but...
it's crazy how like that moment you can't prepare for it, right? Like no matter how you imagine it or how you think it's gonna be, like once it hits, it's like you said, that song, you see each other, and it's just like so special, right? Like so emotional.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that was probably one of the top moments of the day, is just having the doors open and like seeing him at the end, that was just something that will stick with me forever.
Were you
It's
like,
a good thing you didn't have a brunch together.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Now we
Right.
ruined it.
Did you see the dress and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to dance with her in this dress?
No. Oh, so yeah, to follow up on your question, sorry about that. She had a like
It was like an A-line,
Oh,
and
nice.
it had like some tulle layers. So it wasn't necessarily like ball gown, but it was definitely not.
It gave
like,
us fabric
form-fitting.
to see how it would kind of feel with some of the carries and whatnot. And I mean, I feel like it helped because
Yeah, I was a little concerned about how it would feel. So I actually bought a kind of like a petticoat that I wore. So when we started practicing in May, I would put the petticoat on every single time because, it had like a couple layers of tulle and it wasn't necessarily the same width as my dress, but it was very similar. And I feel like that helped a ton.
You would definitely have one of those reels on our Instagram. Because
Yeah.
that was like one of our biggest questions is how do we practice in something similar to our dress? And like we always say, buy a, what is it called? Petticoat?
A petticoat, yeah.
So buy one because even if your dress is not as puffy, at least you feel what it's going to be approximately.
Or put a
like.
blanket on if it's a ball
Yeah.
gown,
Yeah.
or opposite if it's like something fitted, do like a pencil skirt. And the thing is, another thing, I understand that keeping a secret, what the dress is going to look like, but some brides want to keep it a secret that it's like even the style of the dress, like whether it's going to be fitted or ball gown. So in that case, we say switch it around. One day practice in one day in the other. It's 50% chance he's going to guess which one it is, Or to be honest with you, guys, sometimes we don't even pay attention. We're like, oh, she decided to wear something else today. Great. Yeah, that's, and so you practiced in that. And then obviously you didn't get a chance to practice on the day off because your first look was your actual wedding, or did you like fit in a couple of tries before? Yeah,
we fit in one.
Okay.
we
It's
fit in
one chance.
So and it was also kind of like for the videographer too, because it was in like an indoor courtyard almost in our venue. It was like a big open space where they could like put tables. It was empty, but there was like sunlight coming through. So
It's gorgeous.
That's
we
so
did the
pretty.
practice to kind of like, we already let the videographer know that there were going to be like 3 lifts, and I think we sent them a video of like one of our practices to kind
Smart.
of
We did.
like pimp them on like,
Nice.
hey, this is what you should be looking for. Like, make sure you get
Very
these
smart.
shots.
That is a pro tip.
Yeah.
I don't think we've heard that, by the way. I think that is something that is super, super important. That is a great piece of advice, is to like hand a video recording of your first dance, if you have one choreographed, and send it to
Absolutely.
your videographer. That's so smart.
Yeah, because like you're helping yourself, you're helping them, because right, like if I was a videographer, I want to know from which side I want to catch and at which moment which moves, right? Because it's something that moves all the time. It's not like you're posing there for a minute. So yeah, that's amazing.
Did you guys step on each other's feet, or were you good?
My biggest no, I did not step on her feet, but my biggest trouble was actually like the gown. It was hemmed great. It was just like a little like on the floor, and it was different because we were closer like without it. So having to kind of navigate that and make sure I didn't like trip on her gown. Yeah.
I think the one thing that if we could go back and practice again, I think the petticoat worked great because it got to mimic the different layers, under the dress. But the one thing that I didn't account for was how big my bustle was going to be in the back.
Oh yeah.
So I had a dress that, had like a little bit of a train. So when we, got that all together, I now had like 6 inches of extra fabric behind me that we didn't really
Plan
for or prepare for. So that would probably be my biggest tip, is
That's
like,
great.
remember that if you do have a train, there will be a bustle and you will have some extra
That
fabric.
is so smart too. Very, very good.
What about the shoes? Like, did you practice in your actual shoes before or on the day off, and did it feel different?
So I actually purchased my shoes probably about 6 months in advance. And that was my main thing, was I was like, I want to practice in these shoes officially so I can, break them in, see if I get any blisters, or see if, they can even handle it. Because if they break after like the second run, then I don't want to wear these for the dance.
Yeah.
So I had been practicing in them definitely in May. And then, we were going every single day for like 3 weeks. So
Yeah. The shoes weren't a secret.
no, they were not.
shoes.
They were just white.
Okay.
They weren't anything crazy.
Listen, so you would say it was helpful having a choreographed dance for the wedding?
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
There's 0% chance we would have been able to pull something like that off without having the choreography.
And even if we had, gone to a studio, I don't think that would have worked for us, especially in our situation with him being gone, because while he was gone, we still had the opportunity to review the videos, and we were constantly recording ourselves practicing so we could compare them and see what looked funny. So we were able to see and watch it even when we were apart to at least, have that refresher in our head about it. But
That's what we do professionally. Like when we're training for Dancing with the Stars, that's what we do. Like we videotape ourselves with our partners. So because we're our biggest
Critics, yeah.
critics. Yeah, we're our biggest critics. And what we see is obviously like amplified than what somebody else sees, because somebody else is just going to watch your wedding dance and be like, oh, that was great. I didn't see anything wrong with it,
Right.
But when we watch it, we're like, oh my God, I want to change everything. It's like listening to your voice when you hear it back. You know what I mean? So that is definitely a big thing, is recording yourselves and making sure you're personally happy with it. So that's
You
also...
guys are giving a lot of good tips.
Yeah, really good tips. Maybe we should
Thank
take
you.
lessons from you.
we had good teachers, so what can we say?
All right, what was like the funniest thing that happened at your wedding?
Oh my goodness.
Too many.
Thing.
She had this amazing plan. How would you describe the song where we were running around?
Oh,
It was like the cartoon music where it's
my
like
gosh.
da, 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 da. Like I can't really.
It's like this cartoony theme song. One of the ideas that I had saw online to get a picture with every guest is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but they play a song and they're like, okay.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
saw on Instagram somewhere. Yes.
Yeah, so you play the song, and I think it was maybe like 2.5 minutes or something. And they're like, the DJ announces like, okay, the bride and groom are gonna run to every single table, and our photographer followed us, so that way we could get a group picture with at least every person at our wedding. Because that was one of the things that I had heard, is that, people didn't get a picture with someone, or someone had left too early in the night and they forgot. So it was like one of the first things we did at our reception, and we're just running around to this cartoony music,
That's
trying to
amazing.
get a picture with
That's great.
everybody.
That's
and
awesome.
and
That's
then
genius.
at
was
the end of
great.
it, we had a picture with every single person that attended our reception.
I mean,
Wait,
if you
that's
if you don't
amazing.
have a picture, were you even there? Right? There's no
Right.
proof.
Yeah, like what are you going to post on Instagram?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
People are going to get offended.
We had several people tell us that was the most fun they had. Like, because our DJ was like zhuzhing it up, and he was like, we got to get all these photos before the song's over. Like, that's their goal. And then so like every table was like scrambling to get ready so we
That's
could run and
amazing.
like get the photo real quick and then move on. And
Do you have footage of that?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
But yeah,
I
it's
wanna
probably cool to see
it.
like behind the scenes of that whole process.
I have never heard
Yeah.
about that.
I've
That's
seen the
genius.
reverse. I've seen when the couple is sitting in the middle of the floor and they do like one table at a time runs to them, and it's like the table runs, then they run back, and yeah, and then they basically switch around. So it was like same idea, just completely reversed. Yeah.
I think you guys can write a book about weddings, 'cause you have so much internal knowledge about this stuff. This is great.
Yeah.
we had lots of help. Lots of
Yes,
help.
we had a lot of resources, and just kind of going back on what you had said, I felt like it was easier for us just traveling to each table, just in the sense that we had like, some family members that were a little bit older that wouldn't really be able to get down. And especially being where we had like 1 to 2 steps just getting down to where our table was.
Oh, yeah.
So it
Worked out for us.
yeah, and I would definitely recommend the cartoony music was hilarious. Like it's one thing to add, just like a song there, but having something just so silly made it that much more fun.
That sounds like such a
I need
great.
to
I
see-
wish. Where
I
was
need to
our
see
invite
the-
to?
the
Like I wish we
BTS
would have
of
went.
that, yeah.
That sounds like such a fun and epic wedding. Like you would probably relive that moment over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I would say that, like, sure, we maybe had like a couple hiccups, but nothing like outshined the day.
What was another hiccup you would say? Like something that you're like, dang it, I wish it never happened.
I cut the cake by myself.
Oh,
Oh no, not the cake. Not by yourself. Okay, so almost invited her to brunch.
Yeah.
Before
Strike one.
Yeah.
First time
cutting the
getting
cake.
married. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Not cutting.
Total rookie.
To be fair,
She handed me the knife and
I
like
was
just let
completely
go.
oblivious to it. I sorry, put that down.
Good.
In hindsight, I should have been more aware of what was happening. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I literally just handed him the knife and I was like, okay, like go do it.
Oh my god.
I don't even know. I just wasn't even thinking, and it honestly wasn't even until I think the
I
night.
think we were sitting down.
Or like we had gotten.
I don't know.
I really feel like we had gotten to our hotel room. I had like taken out my hair, taken off my makeup, and then I'm like laying in bed, and I was like, "You cut the cake by yourself? Wait, I didn't help you with that." And so then, sure enough, we get our pictures back, and he's there cutting the cake.
my
God.
And where were you at that moment?
I was just
Standing right next to
watching.
me.
I was just right there
Well,
watching.
at least you're in the picture,
Listen,
right?
at least you're
Okay.
somewhere near the photo.
Yes, yes, and we did get the picture of us like feeding each other a little bit of cake.
Okay,
It was,
at least that. For the gram.
yeah, for the gram.
Okay, we had this thing where they told us to take a piece of the cake, freeze it, right? And then eat it on your first year anniversary or something like
Yes.
that.
Did you guys do that?
Did you guys do that?
So
We actually have a piece of cake in a freezer right
That's
now,
amazing.
but it's back at home
yes,
in
it
Virginia.
is sitting in my parents' fridge. A shout out to them for letting me keep that space in their freezer for a year.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we just, we didn't think that we'd be able to effectively keep it frozen and fly it across the country. So it's back at the East Coast, and we're actually going to be traveling back home in a couple weeks. So we will be having it and
Oh, that's
trying it
great.
then.
Nice.
But for right now, I actually baked a cake that's sitting in our fridge right now.
Aw,
that
that's
we'll
amazing.
celebrate with when we get home.
I think we definitely did not eat our cake. I think we looked at it and we're like, no.
Yeah, I think I was
No.
like, is there a guarantee that it did not spoil in a year? I know it was frozen. Where's the guarantee?
I mean, it just looked bad. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
I was like,
but
yeah.
hey, maybe your cake looked way better. So who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah.
It'll be a year and some change, so I don't know.
I hear from a lot of people that usually it is not very good,
Yeah.
but it's like the thought that
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cute. It's a photo op. It's cute. It's a special, special little moment for just the two of you. It's cute. I like it. I wouldn't eat it, but I like it.
take a little picture of it and then throw it away.
Yeah, exactly.
What about, of course, you had your professional photographer, videographer. What about, since we live in the age of social media, like content on your phones or like Instagram or like whatever the content was called during the wedding? Did you do it? Did you have your friends just, take a bunch of videos and send them to you later? Like, what is that process like? And do you feel like you have enough of like social media content,
I would
wedding?
say most of our content was from the photographer and videographer. Actually, for our ceremony, and this is like a recommendation to everyone getting married, like with like a large group, even family members, because it's not going to work, but you'll limit the amount. So we actually had our ushers, which was like family members, the groomsmen, and some parents like telling people to like not pull out their phones.
I love that.
And again, you're not going to get everyone, and you can choose to be mad at them, but it'll definitely be a lot less than if you had told them, like not told them that they could pull out their phones.
That's
Yeah.
special too.
Yeah.
It keeps it in the.
Yeah.
In the
I think there was
little
like one or two people that still had their phones out for our wedding. And
All right, let's call them. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me just say.
But I think it makes the video and the photos more special because everybody's like not sitting there with like this screen in front of them. And it also like lets the guest be more present in the moment and kind of like cherish it.
Yeah.
And I've even seen like some photos of people who don't necessarily enforce that. And then you just see everyone like holding like these,
Yeah.
their phones, like these rectangles and like covering their own face,
Yeah.
like trying to get a video. And so that wasn't really something that we had wanted.
That's true.
But also like we're not really big on social media ourselves.
You didn't care. You're like, I don't care what this looks like.
We really just wanted to like live in that moment and really try and like capture it all. And I mean, don't get me wrong. We have some pictures and videos from our relatives, like from the reception and things that are gold. Like they're really, really awesome or hilarious shots of us. But other than that, yeah.
Your sister had a Polaroid, right?
Oh, yeah. My sister, actually, she brought a Polaroid camera while we were getting ready.
That's cool.
So she actually made a little photo album for me of all these little Polaroids of us. Like,
that's sweet.
me in the makeup chair, or like me, my sisters, my mom, and his mom all together. And so, yeah, that was a really fun thing.
I've seen like people have disposable cameras at each table. I feel like that is really cute too. You know, like they just put like a little camera in the middle of the table and everyone just kind of takes their photos, and then you guys go and you develop them after, and you just like have a bunch of photos to look at back too. I think that's really fun too. And
I feel like
nowadays,
people are getting like very creative with, you know, like those things, like to keep it more organized. Like I've seen there's like QR codes on the tables where people, if they do take photos of something, they scan that QR code and their photos go to that specific album. So then later you can access and you can kind of see the wedding from different points of views, right?
Not to make us sound old, but I'm grateful when we got married, because in 2014, no one was really on Instagram. I mean, it was a thing, but it wasn't like social media wasn't as big as it is today. And I'm so grateful for that too.
I definitely have like a love-hate relationship. And like you said, you know, like you want the special moments, you want people to be present, but then at the same time, I like to then like look back at what people captured, you know, or like again, sometimes I'm sitting there scrolling for hours and I'm like, why am I wasting my life,
on the
right?
toilet.
But then
I'm like, get out of the bathroom. You're welcome.
She got me a present. It's a timer for the toilet. So like you flip it and it's like
literally.
Yeah, it's a timer. So you like once the sand goes down, you have to be out, and it's
you
like
gotta flush and leave.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's a
TMI.
Yeah.
TMI. Okay, too many informations. But yeah, and it's like, but then again, I remember I think you told me, guys, that you reconnected again, like through Instagram, right, or something, and then I mean, you ended up taking this dance course, you know, and like again, of course, Instagram is a big part of our wedding dance community, you know, so like that's why I'm like, there's so much good that comes out of it, but I totally get it when you say you just want the people to be present and you want photos where people don't have their own phones covering their faces, right?
Yeah, I mean, and you're absolutely correct. Yeah, Instagram was the way that we reconnected.
I don't know if we'd be together right now without Instagram.
God.
Without Instagram, because that's just how we ended up reconnecting.
Yeah.
I think I posted a photo. She sent me a message about it.
Yeah, she did.
I did. I slid into his DMs.
Oh my God.
I'll admit it.
And then the cake with the fork. Yeah.
It just came over.
Who would have thought that me putting a little plastic fork on
That's
it was
so
cute. Loved it.
Aww.
Yeah. And then, truly, I mean, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Instagram, because that is how we found out about the Wedding Dance School.
That's crazy.
Well, thank you, Instagram.
Yeah, thanks, Instagram. Shout out. Maybe you want to collab with us or something? Well, is that it?
Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys feel you want to share with us, with future brides and grooms? Anything at all?
Yeah. One of the things that I wanted to mention that we really loved about the Wedding Dance School was that we recorded ourselves practicing, and then you guys have the feature where we can send you a video you guys can give us critiques on our dance. And I thought that was really awesome, especially as we were talking about before, that, you know, we're our biggest critic. But also we weren't showing anybody, like we weren't telling anybody, we didn't have anybody to watch us and give us their critiques. So that was a really, really awesome tool to use to have, I mean, you guys are professionals, give us critiques on our dance. So that was really, really awesome.
I forgot about that feature. Honestly, some people don't even use it because they see it and they're so happy. Like they don't.
Yeah.
But then there's some people who do. And it's actually really nice for us. We love watching the videos back. Like I know we have our business and I know we have our thing, but we love watching all those videos. Like we actually get emotional about it. And we're like.
And I love watching the practice videos.
Yeah.
Like I love watching the like day off, but I love watching the practice videos because it's like just that, you know.
It's so vulnerable.
Yeah, and like
you know?
also so cozy. Somehow like just two people who are in love, who are preparing for their big day, sharing like a little moment with each other. You know, it's like in our crazy day and age where, you know, we're always working on our phone and everything. And here it's just two of you. Like there's a real touch. There's a real moment when you're looking into each other's eyes.
Without
you know,
your cell
like
phones.
without your cell
right.
phones. You know, you like both connected through this music, right? You're syncing up together. And it's like, I don't know, it's a beautiful moment to see people just at home in their living room, you know, in their like slippers or socks, you know, or barefoot, whatever, in their pajamas, you know, just dancing away. There's something so heartwarming about it.
And I will never forget, we went to, I think we were on our honeymoon, and we went to Samaná. It's in the Dominican Republic. And I just remember there was this older couple. I don't remember how old, probably like in their 70s, right? And they were there. It's an adults-only island, like resort. And I will never forget us going to like one of those evening just like gatherings where they play live music. And this couple whipped out like proper like dancing. Like they were doing the basic, they were doing the underarm turn, dip. And Pasha and I just stood there and watched them like in the evening because it was just so beautiful to watch somebody just be so in love and so in tune with each other. And I guess they've taken dance lessons before and they took everything they've learned and they just like whipped that all out in the evening. And it was so beautiful to watch. So I'm actually really excited for you guys to just like take what you know already and just put it to different music and just show up and show out to people's parties and events. Like it's going to be so much fun for you.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And you guys taught us, I'm not going to lie, you guys taught us so much about the wedding industry as well. Like you have some amazing, amazing facts and just such great advice that you've given. And I really hope, and I know that people are going to watch this back and be like, oh, they're so right. Like I need to go and get a wedding planner. I need to go and hire a great videographer. You gave so many great tips. So I'm excited for other brides and grooms to hear about it. And you've actually taught us so much about it. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for spending your 1 year wedding
That's so
anniversary
crazy.
with us. Yeah, it's crazy that it worked out to be specifically this day.
Yeah.
It's meant to be. It's
meant to be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So first of all, congratulations again on your anniversary. Thank you for trusting us with your first dance. You know, it's an honor to be somehow a part of your big day, you know. And and just thank you for all your advice and everything. So
It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you guys
so
for
much.
having us. This was a blast.
Thank you.